According to Drama Alert, Ava Kris Tyson is allegedly being accused of assault by another victim. Additionally, Muskina is also alleging to have been assaulted by Kris Tyson. They state in detail about the situation. If you want, you can pause it to read through it. MrBeast, this is one of the people you decided to hire on your team. MrBeast deceived millions of people regarding his reaction to the serious accusations involving Ava and Kris Tyson's consumption of inappropriate content around minors. In his response, he asserted that he had only recently become aware of Kris's unacceptable behavior. However, this is far from the truth. Essentially, MrBeast lied in his response, claiming that he had just found out about Kris's actions in the past few days when he already knew all of this. 500,000 Discord logs from MrBeast and Kris Tyson's old Discord server have been released to the public recently. These logs reveal that MrBeast held a high rank on the server and also participated in inappropriate discussions involving young people alongside Kris Tyson. To any MrBeast defenders attempting to downplay the situation, let me share some of the disturbing conversations and media associated with this server, which MrBeast was involved with until he left in 2020, 3 years later. Kris Tyson has admitted that he believes the average age of the users on this server was very young individuals. Many more logs even show other users who admitted that they were young people too.
Kris Tyson from MrBeast used me, manipulated me, and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old. I was actually friends with Lava GS at the time, who is the main victim of Kris that everyone has been talking about these last few days, who claims he isn't a victim, but we all know he is, and we all know he probably got paid off. Not only that, but he's also under an NDA from when he worked for MrBeast Gaming for 2 years, and he tried to get me to join MrBeast Gaming himself, Lava. He's the one who actually sent me the contract and tried to get me to sign the NDA, at which point I ended our friendship because I knew they were just trying to silence me. Me and him were both initially involved in running Kris's Discord server, helping him set up his Twitch streams and moderating them.
Nate's calling me. Hey, what's up? You're on stream.
You just leaked your address. Please end your stream. As well as other technical back-end things that he needed help with. This Discord server that we were a part of had about 10 people in it, most of whom were minors. I'm not sure how they got in there, other than me and Lava. He won a giveaway and Kris invited him after that, and Kris invited me after I saw one of his tweets asking for help setting up a Garry's Mod server for the 10 million subscriber MrBeast video. This turned into us having lots of private conversations with Kris and playing video games with him for hours on end. Not only did we do a lot of unpaid work for him that he promised he would pay us for, he would also frequently bring up sexual topics that was definitely not appropriate to bring up around 15, 16-year-olds, especially with him being like, I don't know, 20, 21 years old. He would even go as far as linking me several different porn and hentai videos throughout the time of me talking with him. Not only that, but he had an NSFW bot in his Discord server before he made it public. So when it was just a private server, his little circle of minors. And he would use this NSFW bot to spam different corn images, alongside all these 15-year-olds. He would also frequently call me dad and daddy, as well as the others, which I guess we all kind of just took as a joke at the time. You have to think this is someone who we looked up to at the time, we idolized, we thought was the coolest person in the world, so they couldn't really do any wrong in our eyes. But looking back, I was definitely uncomfortable at being called daddy by a 20-year-old. And even just thinking about it now, it's just uncomfortable. This server later went public and became his official Discord server, but before it did, he had me and Lava spend multiple days scrubbing this Discord server clean of all of the N-words he had sent in it, as well as his friends, as well as deleting the NSFW channels and making sure no one could see that he was spamming corn to minors. This story is so much bigger and runs so much deeper than any of you really realize, so if you want to hear more and you want a part 2, let me know.
Nathan is someone who was entrusted with a high rank in this server and was part of the staff team. He told on himself, stating that he took illegal pictures of himself when he was a young person, admitting that he committed a crime immediately after these messages, as well as talking about illegal users on this server, discussed sharing illegal content with one another in private DMs. Either way, whether you agree or disagree, you have to admit this server was taking part in very illegal behavior and was okay with discussing in detail and sending messages about this illegal behavior. Additionally, keep in mind that Kris Tyson managed an NSFW NSFW channel within this server that was accessible to users with specific ranks. This meant that any minors who were part of the staff could access and view this channel, exposing them to all the inappropriate content posted there. Chat logs also reveal that there was no age verification, and Kris Tyson showed complete indifference to young people accessing the NSFW content on the server. He allegedly said he wasn't responsible for them, and since the internet is full of illegal activity anyway, it didn't matter if they viewed some. Throughout all of this, Kris Tyson was a legal adult, in his early to mid-20s when the server ended. More screenshots show that Kris Tyson apparently sent nudes of himself on that channel and openly posted explicit pictures of himself, which is insane. Remember, majority of the people viewing this are young people. What's even more disgusting is the members in this server discussing depravity such as Kris Tyson's explicit size, and MrBeast, a legal adult by the way, decided to agree that Kris Tyson, the PDF file, had a big private, and remembering that MrBeast is a 19-year-old adult at this time of sending this. So no excuse for this sick behavior of him being a young person. No, he was fully aware of his actions and the illegal conversations he and Kris took place during these messages. Furthermore, the conversation continued with people stating how they would engage with Kris Tyson after MrBeast's comment. These individuals could have been minors, and MrBeast did nothing about it. This clearly shows that MrBeast was complicit in the inappropriate activities within this server. It also proves that Jimmy, MrBeast, was aware of Kris Tyson's inappropriate behavior towards server members, whom he admitted were most likely minors. How can you keep someone this disgusting on your team and not remove them before all this came out? Oh, I know why, because you were a part of it as well. There is no justification for their actions, and MrBeast's behavior is especially crazy because he lied in his public statement, claiming he had just recently learned about Kris Tyson's actions. Evidence shows he was actively participating in inappropriate discussions on this server years ago. This indicates that MrBeast remained silent until he was directly confronted, and he only responded because it was harming his public image and brand. If he had any moral integrity, he would have addressed Kris Tyson's behavior years ago. Instead, he hid this information from everyone until the very last moment it would affect him. It's unbelievable how they got away with this for so long without anyone leaking information or anything until now. Kris Tyson was also observed discussing and sharing what appeared to be explicit material on the NSFW channel. A minor user named Cookies had access to this server and was exposed to this content. Additionally, Kris Tyson expressed explicit admiration for a young person, likely BB. I don't want YouTube on my head, so that's the name I'm going with. MrBeast also sent a link to her account. Furthermore, Kris Tyson shared a link to Shadman's website, which was known for illegal content. Additional screenshots revealed that MrBeast had a poster purchased by Kris Tyson displayed in the background of some of his videos.
I just don't want to do it. And also, Chris, my roommate, moved out, so that doesn't really help.
The more I research, the worse it gets for real. This further illustrates how Kris Tyson was a huge fan of Shadman, an artist known for creating illegal content and likely being a pedophile. Additional screenshots reveal that Kris Tyson, who was in his 20s, asked Nathan, an admitted minor at the time, to create and manage an NSFW channel for him on the server. Tyson even added this young person on Snapchat. Many MrBeast supporters will likely argue that he was not active on this server, but it's important to clarify a few things. MrBeast remained a member of the server for 3 years after its creation, long after all the inappropriate activities had taken place. He likely changed his account name and deleted many of his old messages and DMs to cover his tracks. He eventually left the server, recognizing the potential damage his involvement could have on his public image and career. His actions suggest a clear attempt to distance himself from the server's degeneracy once he realizes how detrimental it could be. However, this does not excuse the fact that he lied to millions about being unaware of Kris Tyson's inappropriate behavior when it is clear he knew all along. There is now screenshot proof of MrBeast holding a high rank on this server. One crucial detail is found in the bot logs of this Discord server, where IDs show MrBeast's Discord ID numbers. The Discord ID attributed to MrBeast's account in this server currently matches the account Jack and the Goat, crazy username by the way, but it clearly states that it was formerly known as MrBeast. This account is still linked to MrBeast's main channel and his gaming channel. Additionally, there is undeniable video proof, which I will show, proving that MrBeast owned the Jack and the Goat account. He only renamed it to try to hide his involvement. Even an old admin of this Discord server confirmed that it was indeed MrBeast. When you see this video, you cannot deny that MrBeast was involved from the beginning. I am still in shock with all the news exposing his terrible acts from the Squid Games to other events being mistreated. It's disgusting. Evil behavior. Leave a comment if you want me to cover that as well. Not only did MrBeast mislead millions of his fans about his friend's inappropriate behavior, but he also tried to cover up his involvement. Records show that, even as an adult, he participated in explicit discussions in a server where young people were present, according to his close friend's admission. Anyone who tries to defend MrBeast in this matter is only fooling themselves. I'm committed to exposing this behavior with my platform. This behavior should send a person to prison. Tyson. I hope they face this in the court of law so we can see these disgusting people behind bars where they belong for engaging in this behavior. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to help spread awareness. This video aims to inform and educate, not to promote cyberbullying, hate, or harassment. But I'm just a guy making YouTube videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Discord coming soon!